What's up, y'all? This is Assata Jones, and you are tuning into MyhellofalifeTV. Tune in now.
What's going on? It's your boy Yo, My Hell of Life TV. I'm here with Assata Jones. How you doing today?
What's up, bro? What's up? Good to see you again.
Oh, great to see you too. See, this is a special gift for everyone because last time we talked, for all the followers, we did a audio interview the first time.
Right.
I finally got you on camera. This is a great look for the website. You look amazing today. Blue hair popping.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey fella, she is this beautiful in person.
Oh, thank you. So sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, so last time we talked, you was releasing Summer 17.
Correct.
And that was a wonderful visual EP. I remember getting a chance to check out all your videos. It was great videos. Can you tell me who filmed those videos, by the way?
Yeah, his name is D Gaines. He's a more or less a rap videographer based in Chicago, but he did a lot of the infamous like Chief Keef Love Sosa videos. Don't like when Chief Keef like had his hyping in his career.
Right. So shout out to him. So yeah, can you tell us a little bit about just the reception that you received from that album and how things played out over the summer for you as far as releasing that project?
The response from it, I'm still getting responses from it. There may be people that have never heard of me or whatever. So, I mean, it hasn't really stopped even though I dropped it like over the summer. But a lot of people kind of like, it's planted in their heads as far as like, oh, the butterfly and the cocoon, like we remember that whole theme because I was so intentional about it.
Right.
But it was a perfect segue into everything that I'm doing right now, like kind of really introducing myself as a singer-songwriter. So it was nice to just kind of see how people, like really cared about it and felt connected to it because it was like my truth. So.
Right. And I loved how you rolled it out. I remember you had the bike ride with Get Up and Ride NOLA. You had the event over there at Morose on St. Claude. Yeah, so I like that. A lot of artists, they don't realize the importance of branding themselves and, really touching the fans, and you seem to do that a lot. I know I was looking at your Instagram and you was talking about releasing a new single and giving your fans a chance to interact with that. Can you talk a little bit more on that, about, what's upcoming for you right now?
Definitely. Well, as far as like what's coming up, I went to Chicago for like after the Summer 17, after I did that I wanted to make sure that before I left New Orleans, that I was just like really intentional with like setting my mark and then being able to like leave, kind of after Essence, because New Orleans kind of just like hibernates during that time.
Right, that's true.
Essence Fest.
Those of us who know, yeah.
Right, yeah. So I think it was a good idea for me to head back out to like where I started everything.
Right.
So going back to my roots in Chicago and just finding out like who is the girl that New Orleans has created such an impact on, like how can I share these same experiences and everything that I learned from New Orleans and bring that to Chicago and try to like find that same unity that you guys have here and the same spirit that y'all have here, as far as like going so hard for your city, but more in a united way than a segregating way. And I mean, pretty much it just flowed. I linked back up with different producers that I did stuff with when they were in a position at one point in the beginning of my career where they were like, doing most of the writing or whatever. So it was like really cool to just kind of even see or show how much I've evolved and how much I've been working on myself as an artist and pouring into my craft, because they got to witness it and be like, wow, like I don't even have to say a word, we just put her in the booth and she just goes. Right. So that was just really beautiful and organic to me. So within spending all that time there, I kind of came up with it. It just came to me before I even like had all of the songs finished. It was just like, oh, like I like his is a double entendre for high in spirit. So it was just kind of like a double meaning, like gods and whatever else, whether God is a woman or a man or whatever. It just seemed right, So that being said, I decided to just be even more interactive with my audience by creating like a YouTube channel and just kind of showing them, because I found that I was really getting so much out of like creating my stories on like Instagram and stuff, and just being really like creative with that. So I was like, well, if I only have 15 seconds or whatever, I mean, they've extended it now, but I only have this much time, so I want more, you know, and I just wanted more, so I got myself a camera and just decided to like document certain things and just show, you know, what people were buying into, that it was more than just my artistry, but it's just the personality and everything. So I felt like that was a good way to be more interactive. So now when I do it, it's a lot more organic, and they can kind of connect with it more because they're a lot more familiar with my personality. Because I've shown more of that.
All right, so like you just mentioned the name of the album. Can you tell me that again?
High in Spirit.
High in Spirit. Can we get an idea of when that'll be dropping and coming to the people?
I would probably say, realistically, with everything that I want to do, such as shows and just leading up to it, I feel like the season calls for probably like end of spring. That makes more sense to me. Like within, you know, May, no later than June is what I'm looking towards. But hopefully sooner than that, you know. It depends on when these visuals start, you know, rolling out and be at the peak of like where I want it, you know.
Right. Well, hopefully you'll come back and talk to us again around that time. I'm gonna make sure I put all the info, of course, on my site like I always do. Definitely a supporter. And you mentioned something just now about unity in New Orleans. You feel like they have it, and going back up to Chicago and reuniting with people there. You know, I wanna ask a question because this week I've had a couple conversations with different colleagues and people in the music industry, and with a couple artists, and I'm not gonna mention their name, but last night I ran into people at the Young Dolph concert, and a lot of them was kind of saying like they feel like the music scene in New Orleans it's love being shown, but it's not genuine love. They feel like it's not the same as like say Atlanta, where it seemed like the guys that's artists out there and women that they like connect with each other really on like, these my partners, like I hang with them on and off camera. So I mean, for you, like do you have connections like that with people in New Orleans that you feel like, okay, in this musical scene, like these is people I rock with for real?
Well, I'm looking forward to more of that. You know, I feel that being somebody who is not really from here, even though my roots all started here, even though, you know, my mom works for Diller, but I went to Diller and I have all of these New Orleans connections. I still feel like there's a season of when, you know, as someone not being from here and being able to have it in common, oh, we went to this high school together or whatever. Like there's just it's just circumstantial, you know. So for me, it's like I didn't really get that love until about like maybe now or even over the summer when I left New Orleans, you know, and just kind of show what I can do outside of here, you know. So I mean, really, it all goes back into the music, you know. Like you can ask people all day long for their support and so forth, and people can be happy about what you're doing, but if the music just isn't, you know, up to par to what they feel, or if it doesn't move them or connect to them, you know, all they can do is just support the idea of what you're doing, not really the actual content of what you have.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I want to jump into like we was talking earlier about how you brand yourself and the image, and you know, like you said, music is important, that's first, but we also know that what come along with music, people also want a certain image or whatnot. And you seem to be, I don't want to use this word, but you got like a bubbly personality. You know what I'm saying? Like you just seem friendly, easy to approach, and you give that off on your Instagram and your YouTube and stuff. But let's talk about this hair. Let's talk about the electric blue hair. Like what makes you want to take risks like that, or say, hey, I'm gonna express myself, you know, and just do it?
It's probably a lot of me being like a creative as well. Like usually my crown is like kind of what I'm feeling. So when I first got this, like it just felt like winter blues for me. Like there's a such thing as like seasonal depression and you know, like all of that. So I just felt like the way that I could express it, and not only that, like the texture of your hair when it's cold outside, it's just not the same perfect like little curls and stuff like that you want. And plus, if I'm like in work mode, you know, braids are just the most easiest, convenient way to where I I don't have to spend all my time like focusing on what I look like. I can literally just do what I gotta do and keep it moving. But yeah, I mean, with the hair thing, it's just something fun. I wanted to you know, have a different color but not damage my own hair. So I felt like it was something different to just try, and it was just organic.
Yeah, I think you're pulling it off nicely. I like the look. Very swagged up. It's drip. It's drip season in here. But yeah, so with that being said, got the new music coming, got the hair popping.
Thank you.
Can you let people know, those who might not be familiar with you all the way, where they can find your music, how to keep in touch with you?
For sure, y'all can definitely, whatever music subscription or platform that you have, you can find me on there by searching Assata Jones, ASSATA JONES. You can also follow me on Instagram. You'll get laughs, you'll get quotes that may have you think a little bit deeper. You're gonna just be overly entertained, and that's just what it is.
Right. And I definitely concur with that, because I love following her. That's it. The bubbly personality is there.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. So
it didn't always used to be like that.
Oh, that's good. We all need some growth.
Yeah, you just gotta like show love with the way that you want to receive love. Like a lot of people.
I've came a long way too. People that don't know my past, the other night somebody called me Suge Knight, and I was like, you know, you don't know. I used to be, you know.
Oh, wow.
I was a wild boy, but now I'm up here. I'm very studious.
Oh, that's good.
I look good in my glasses.
You do, Mario.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, I just want to say thank you for coming, sit down with me.
Absolutely. My next single is called Signs. It's dropping this week. So.
Oh, we're gonna have that up, definitely.
Yeah, it's a really dope one.
I'm looking forward to hearing it too.
It's dope.
Yeah. So I appreciate you coming. This is My Hell of Life TV. This is Assata, and we out. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.